what we really, really want to talk about is the shit talk.
Oh, yes.
Sorry about that. Is the ish talking. The ish talking.
I'm glad it slipped.
From Kobe Bryant about what he thinks his 2012 team would be able to do against the 92 Dream Team. And this is a direct quote from Sir Kobe Bryant. He said, well, just from a basketball standpoint, they obviously have a lot more size than we do. You know, with David Robinson and Patrick Ewing and Karl Malone and those guys. But they were also, some of those wing players were also a lot older at kind of the end of their careers. We have just a bunch of young racehorses, guys that are eager to compete. So I don't know. It'd be a tough one, but I think we'd pull it out. Now, one of my favorite parts about that comment is, A, he names those big men and doesn't name the one guy that I don't think almost anybody on the 2012 team would be able to guard is Charles Barkley. I think the only guy you can name on the 2012 team that could handle guarding Barkley would be LeBron James. And I think Barkley would wear down LeBron James. LeBron never has nor ever will play against a man that plays the way Charles Barkley played the game of basketball. Barkley played angry. Barkley played like you beat up his mom right before tip-off. Okay? The man almost
that is a good way to think about it.
Almost got kicked out of the 92 Olympics because he sent an elbow into a guy's chest.
And weren't they winning by like 40 points or something like that?
Yeah, they were up by like 40, okay? Barkley hated you from tip-off until the final buzzer sounded.
But then he'd be the first person to go get a drink with you.
Go have a beer with you, play cards with you, joke around. Barkley's but that's how he played the game. Yes, there you go, Pick. So that's a great way to compare it. Perkins is the closest thing to Barkley, and that's just mind state.
Yeah,
Perkins
that
doesn't have
not the athletic ability.
Fifth of the athletic ability Charles Barkley had. Charles Barkley led the 92 Dream Team in points per game. He was their leading scorer. I'm telling you, to me, outside of LeBron, there's nobody on the 2012 team that could guard Patrick. Well, I don't think there's really anybody on the 2012 team that would guard Patrick. Tyson Chandler could bang with him, but Chandler wouldn't be able to handle those fadeaways.
No.
Patrick was a beast at those fadeaways. But Barkley to me it would be, believe it or not, would be the key cog in the who would win this game, in my opinion. Because Jordan is Jordan, but Kobe is Kobe. You know, Durant is Durant, and Magic is Magic. Like, you can go back and forth with a lot of these guys and say, well, they almost even themselves out.
Yes and no. I kind of feel like the 2012 team is more versatile, just because that's the way they selected the team. You have numerous amounts of players that can play numerous different positions, but on the other hand, the 92 team has 11 Hall of Famers, bro.
Yeah.
Come see it.
And I mean, if you
come see the 92 Dream Team. 11 Hall of Famers, 3 Hall of Fame coaches. Come on, their coach right now is Coach K. All respect to him, but D'Antoni? He was fired this year.
KGM puts in the chat room that it's tough to make this argument because the injuries for the 2012 team. If they had their best possible roster, he thinks they could win. Now, KGM... first of all, thanks for joining the chat room. We appreciate having you in here. And second, I'm curious to know, in your opinion, who they would take off the roster to put on the roster that would make this roster that much better. I could see you
Dwight.
Losing, Kevin Love for Dwight? Blake Griffin for Dwight?
I would say Blake over Kevin Love, because Kevin Love, I think, is a beast, bro, and he's a lot better overall player than Blake Griffin.
Yeah. So, I mean, Dwight Howard. All right, so let's say Dwight Howard for Blake Griffin, who's now out. So, Dwight Howard for Anthony Davis. Okay.
Rose is arguable, because it's not
Derrick Rose over who?
Westbrook, maybe?
You're going to lose Russell Westbrook? I don't know.
I don't
You're
know
going to lose
about that.
Darren Williams? I don't know. You're going to take him out for Chris
CP3?
Paul?
I mean...
Harden and Westbrook wouldn't be on it. Harden, I could see to a certain extent based on what we saw. Wade and Rose fill in for them. And see, that's fine with me, but a 30-year-old Wade... He's right in the age group of almost every player on the 92 team. Westbrook out for Rose. All right, so Rose gives you a little more of a better or more consistent of a point guard. But you saw how.
But they already have that, though, with Darren Williams and CP3.
Yeah.
You don't really need Rose.
No, they got. If you watched the game last night, they're playing Westbrook as a wing guy. They're not playing Westbrook.
No,
to
they're
play
not pointing at point. No.
To me, though, it's all about the matchups. That's you know.
Well, KGM's putting in there in our chat room. And if you want to join us in the chat room, please do. Log on to clubzone.fm or thisisportzone.com. Click watch us live and click play. And you can join us on the chat room. But KGM saying if you take Jordan and LeBron out of the conversation, then one-on-one, the 2012 team is faster, more athletic, and deeper than the 92 team. If you take Jordan and LeBron out of the equation, I still think I like the 92 team still.
To me, in my opinion, the second you take LeBron off of the 2012 team, you lose the one guy that actually matches up with almost every player that would dominate you on the 92 team. I don't know who on the 2012 team that Scottie Pippen wouldn't be able to guard back at that time. Scottie was 26 years old in the 92 team. Jordan was 29. Barkley, 29.
These
Chris
guys
Mullin,
were all
29.
in the prime of their career.
Larry Bird,
Except for Bird and Magic.
Bird and Magic Johnson were the only two guys at the end of their career.
Robinson was in the prime.
Patrick Ewing played another 10 years.
Robinson played another 10 years.
Robinson played another 10 years. They won each guy on
Malone
that team almost either
10 years.
Every guy on that team either made an NBA Finals or won an NBA Finals. So I'm with you with Bird with his back problems. That's fine. I understand that. Larry Bird played all of like 10 minutes a game in that series. He was there more for his face and for his leadership than anything.
KGM
exactly, KGM. That's what I'm saying. They were more figureheads on the team, and yet Larry Bird, Magic Johnson to this day, in my opinion, with a little working out, could still run point guard in the NBA. Could he play defense? No. But could he still dazzle people with the way he handled the ball and passed and everything? I mean, come on.
Look,
Pippen, Stockton, Drexler, Ewing. Stockton, to me, is the only guy on the 92 team that would not be able to guard the guys in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen would be able to guard. Scottie Pippen guarded Allen Iverson. Scottie Pippen guarded Kobe Bryant. Scottie Pippen's guarding all. Dude, Scottie Pippen played till 2003. Scottie Pippen would guard up on any of these guys. Michael would guard up on any of these guys. Don't get me wrong. Do I think the athleticism that the 2012 team has is an advantage? Yes. But the biggest advantage they have in that is the fact that they have that speed, but there's nobody to stop them in the middle. Who on the 2012 basketball team is going to stop the 92 team in the post? Who? Name me. Nobody on that team is going to stop the 92 team in the post. Scottie wouldn't even guard Kobe. Scottie would guard LeBron. Scottie would guard Westbrook. Scottie would guard Paul. Scottie would guard everybody. Jordan would guard everybody. These guys, that's what made them so special at what they did, is the fact that, everybody looks at LeBron and says he can guard pretty much 1 to 5. Well, Scottie pretty much guarded 1 to 4, and Jordan could guard 1 through 3. And if you actually asked him to guard the bigger men, he could, but let's be honest, the body weight and the size, we're talking about something that's never going to happen because there is nothing going on in sports yesterday at all. Nothing. All you had was the basketball game that didn't mean anything to anybody other than watching the USA team run up and down on the Dominican Republic. Christina, so I apologize. If you have something you want to talk about, though, you can throw that out. Yes, the job they did on Kukoc was sick, and he was arguably the best European player at the time. To me, I look at it like this. The 1992 Dream Team, more than anything else, had such a larger competitive attitude than this 2012 team. They'd hurt you to win. They would fight. These guys, their practices were probably better and more entertaining than the games they went and played. And I get, some of the hype around the 92 Dream Team is the fact that they were just the 92 Dream Team. They were a team that players wanted to pose and take pictures with before the game even started, while the 92 Dream Team sitting there trying to think of ways to dominate this team. The other team's like, oh, can we get a couple pictures with them? You know, it just, that's how it was. Jordan actually responded to Kobe's comments with, I absolutely laughed. For him to compare those two teams is not one of the smarter things he ever could have done. No comparison. I heard Kobe say we were not athletic, but we were smart. He said we were too old, but I was 29 in the prime of my career. Pippen was 26 or 27. Barkley, 29. Ewing, 29. Mullen, 29. Almost everybody was still in their 20s. Most of us were in the prime of our careers at a point where athleticism doesn't really matter. You have to know how to play the game. But to me, it's not even a question of what team is better. I guess we'll never know. I'd like to think that we had 11 Hall of Famers on that team. And whenever they get 11 Hall of Famers, you call and ask me who had the better dream team. And my favorite part that Jordan said, remember now, they learned from us. We didn't learn from them. That is my favorite thing that he said in the whole freaking thing. I don't think anybody's cut. To me, that was like a rap battle kill line. Like if they were having a rap battle, that would be the line that ended the rap battle. Jordan took the win. It's over. Call it a day if it was a rap battle. Pippen comes out and says, I think we could beat the team by 25. You know, I mean, it's something that we're never really going to know the truth of, and it's something that I think maybe we'll get into a little more.